Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Clearly not in the home studio, just traveled back to the East Coast for Thanksgiving. Video on that later this week. What is good, everybody? My name is TAETRO, and today I want to tell you about some of my favorite Black Friday, Cyber Monday producer deals. If you are looking to save some money this holiday season, a lot of brands usually run seasonal sales. Some are pretty good, some are not that different from their regular price. But I've made a list of some of my favorites, stuff you've seen me use here on the channel before, which if you're new here, welcome. My name is TAETRO, your electronic music mentor. This is not an exhaustive Black Friday's deal list by any means. This is just some of the stuff that I like and I use, so I think you might like to use it as well. In full disclosure, a lot of these companies that I'll talk about today, I've either worked with in the past or I'm currently working with, but this video isn't sponsored or anything. These are just the deals that I think make the most sense. Real quick, there's a deal that I'll save for the end, or if I can't talk about it at the end, I'm just gonna put it in a pinned comment when I can talk about it because of the embargo date, and I wanna get this video up today. So if I'm not able to include it in the video, it's in a pinned comment down below. All right, let's start by talking about sounds. Lots of plugins and sample deals going on around this time of year, as usual. And the first one I'll talk about are my own sample packs. So I've been working really hard to make cool sample packs over the past year, and I've got a few. You can get them for 50% off using the code SNOWDRIFT at checkout. And just so you know, I also released a 25 free sample loop pack when we hit our Beattober donation goal, so you can get that at my website as well. Links to everything we'll talk about today are in the description. Reminder that if you become a member of the channel, a VIP member or above, you can get my Ritual sample pack for free with your membership right now. And I'm also gonna put a few more freebies up there for members this weekend. If you haven't checked out one of my sample packs yet, they each have their own performance video by me using strictly sounds in the pack. You can check that out, pick what you want. They're pretty cheap anyway, but now they're 50% off. Speaking of sounds and samples, Splice, which I use a lot, is giving up to 20% off on their subscription service plans. You all see me use Splice all the time in my videos and in my live streams. I just like having this almost endless bank of samples available to me at any time. And all their plans are discounted. The one that I have is the Sounds Plus plan, and that is marked down from $100 to $80 a year. Next up is Lander, which is kind of similar to Splice. They have all access plans though, so they don't just have a sample library, they also have music distribution if you want to get your music on major streaming platforms, and they also have some AI mastering, which I used on a previous live stream, tried it out, and it sounded pretty good.
Look at that. Look at the difference between the master and the original. Look how thin it is. So much more full on that master. I love that we get to see that. That's a great visualization.
So think about it as it's like Splice with samples, but then it has a few more features, distribution as well as mastering. 35% off the Lander All Access plans. Next up, this one's artist specific, but last week I checked out Decap's Knock plugin and I really, really liked it.
And then turn this up. This is like basically gonna become an 808, I bet. Oh!
And I've used a lot of Decap samples in the past. He's got these really hard-hitting drums and awesome vocal shouts. His collection of sample packs is all marked down for Black Friday, so make sure you check that out if you want to get a deal. And I also noticed that he has a free pack up there, so make sure you take advantage and grab that as well. Speaking of more sounds, you all know that I stream and work a lot with ADSR Sounds. They've got libraries of not only educational content, but sample packs, preset packs, and plugins. With any paid purchase, they are giving away the Parallel Aggressor plugin, so that's a bonus right away. And I'll just point you towards this one collection of sounds and samples and presets by Ghost Project. There are a lot of artist-specific packs, so if you've been looking to get a specific artist sound of a popular contemporary artist, you should definitely check out the packs because I've used a lot of them. They usually come with samples, maybe even some MIDI, and some Serum presets or presets for some other plugins. So definitely worth checking that out if you're looking for a specific artist sound. And now that we're going to switch over and talk about plugins as well, you can also pick up RC20, which is an amazing lo-fi plugin from my lo-fi producers out there. It's marked down to just under $50 on the ADSR store, amongst a bunch of other plugin and sample pack deals. So just check out the ADSR website. And don't forget that you get that free Parallel Aggressor plugin with any paid purchase. All right, moving on to more plugins and sounds. We have the Natan, who creates the plugin Vibes, which is another awesome lo-fi plugin tool. I've used it a lot on my streams and in my videos. And they also make tape piano, which is this beautiful sounding instrument. I've done a whole video on that as well. And there are 4 other plugins in this bundle that is marked down to $39. However, I've got my exclusive code, which gets you an extra $9 off of that, code TAETRO21, and you can use that to get this 6 plugin bundle for only $30. This is a steal. I really love Vibes, I really love Tape Piano, and I'm actually going to check out some of the other plugins in the bundle because the Natan, they're really cool, and I love working with kind of smaller companies that make cool stuff. So check them out. That's a big discount, $30, 6 plugins. And if you're looking for some sounds that you can create, some epic soundscapes, or just like very, very unique sounding VSTs, check out Imagine by Expressive E. It's a really powerful synth. Here's what it sounded like when I was using it. And this is a really great markdown from $139 to about $83. So good deal there if those sounds draw you in. Oh, the sun's... That's better. And next up, our friends at Arcturia have one of the best deals of the season, 50% off Arcturia software. Myself and a lot of other producers point to Pigments as one of their favorite plugins. It's a really amazing synth, and they keep updating it, improving it, adding capabilities, and creating sound packs for it. I love Pigments. I know a lot of you have already heard about Pigments, but now is a perfect time to take advantage and get away with a big discount. And if you want something a little more vintage sounding, they have a really great collection of like modeled vintage synths if you can't afford the real thing and you just want this big collection of some classic sounding synths in the V collection 8. That is marked down a lot, and you get so many instruments as a part of it. And shout out to Arcturia to offering an actual significant discount on their software. 50% off is nothing to sneeze at. But they're not the only ones with a great 50% off deal. Native Instruments is offering 50% off select plugins and select collections of plugins from their collection. Anyway, if you want to drop a big amount of money but still save a lot, you can of course get Complete. But a couple standout singular plugins I would point to is Guitar Rig Pro. I love Guitar Rig. Every time I'm plugging my guitar into my computer for a session and I need to model amps or add effects or something, I'm running it through Guitar Rig. That is marked down $100 from $200. It's a good time to get it. Also notice that a lot of these plugins have an upgrade price, so if you need to upgrade any of your plugins, now is a good time. And Glaze, which I believe is from the Play series. I always get confused with their branding, but really good vocal plugin. There's like cool vocal samples, vocal runs. If you've tuned into a live stream recently, you've probably seen me use it, but that's really fun and it's pretty affordable at just under 25 bucks. Okay, now in the world of hardware, I found that many companies are offering discounts on software, but not so much on hardware, but I did find a couple deals. If you tuned into my 24-hour live stream, you saw me and Joe build a cardboard MIDI controller from scratch, and that was through Beatbox by Rhythmo. It's a really cool kit. You can build your own controller. It's got a speaker built in. It's sort of like a MIDI fighter made out of cardboard. If I can build this thing, you can build this thing. Anyway, they're offering 25% off all month if that's something that interests you. This is actually the only footage we have from the 24-hour stream because Rhythmo captured it while it was happening. It's a fun project. You get a cool MIDI controller at the end. You can hook it up to a phone or a computer. There's nothing like it. Novation's deals were disappointing, to say the least. They have some discounts on some newer gear and some interfaces, but they have a lot of discounts on older gear. So if you want to get like a Launchkey Mark II or something like that, or the old Launchpad Pro, maybe you could save some money and get that, but not much for new stuff. However, I went on Amazon just to check what the actual prices were, and at the time of making this video, Amazon actually had a better deal than Novation's actual Black Friday sale. They've got the Launchpad X at $169.99, which is a really good deal on that controller. That is by far my favorite Launchpad. Of course, you could go bigger with the Launchpad Pro Mark III, or you could go smaller with the Launchpad Mini, but I think the Launchpad X is just perfect for anybody who wants to get into the Launchpad world. Even though there aren't that many great hardware deals out there for music producers, if there's something specifically on sale that's the thing that you're looking for, check the different music stores online. Like for instance, Musician's Friend, they have 10 and 15% off on qualifying orders, so I imagine you could use that on a variety of different things. So if there was something specific that you wanted, but it's not on sale anywhere, maybe you could at least get 10 or 15% off. Okay, the last thing is important if you're actually going to want to know how to use all this stuff and actually make music. YouTube is great. Hopefully you've watched all my tutorials, but if you want something deeper and you want to work with an instructor in a class setting and get feedback and have classmates, no matter where you are in the world, you should check out the courses at 343 Labs. Full disclosure, I'm creative director at 343 Labs, but there's a reason for that. I really believe in the school's mission and their approach to teaching and learning. Courses are marked down 35%, and like I said, there's online courses, but if you're in New York or Berlin, you can actually take courses in person, and this is the best time of year to pick up a course because this is the best sale that 343 Labs offers all year. Beginner, intermediate, advanced classes in Ableton and Logic, things like sound design if you don't understand what all this synth stuff means, mixing and mastering if that's something you want to improve on. There's a wide array of online courses and courses in person, so check those out at 343labs.com. Alright, so help each other out in the comments or let us know if you pick up a deal. I really want to hear what people are getting this holiday season. And also remember, you don't have to get anything if you don't need anything, or maybe you can't afford something right now. You probably have a decent piece of gear that you could push the dust off or get more use out of. Don't think you have to participate in these big sales just because everybody else is doing it, or don't feel pressured because there's a discount. Take advantage of the deals if you can, but also look to what you already have, and maybe that's better than what you can get. Anyway, like this video if you did enjoy it. Make sure you're subscribed for more live electronic music performances, tutorials, and content to make you a more productive producer. And members, watch out, VIP members, I'm going to drop something free sometime this weekend, a few more samples just for you guys. I don't think I'm even going to put it in a pack for sale. So if you want to take advantage of that, become a VIP member or above by clicking the join button down below. For now, that's going to be it. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been TAETRO. Have a good one.